So let's talk about something different, but I think that would be really valuable for your audience and for your fans. And it's a tough question, but it has to be discussed, and that's if bodybuilding is healthy. So, what's your opinion when it comes to just the physical standpoint?
Um, Healthy in terms of professional bodybuilding or just.
Let's talk about professional first, then we can talk about recreational.
Well, I don't think any professional sport is healthy for people. Our bodies are not made to be pushed to their limits every day. This can be healthy. If you do jogging 3 times a week, it's healthy. If you are trying to become Usain Bolt, it's not healthy. Let's say it this way. So in bodybuilding, you need to push your body beyond its limits every single day. So especially this thing, it's not healthy. And I was not, even me, I was not training to be healthy. I was training to look the best, like for the look, not for the health.
And so when it goes to a certain limit and you start pushing more and more and more, maybe you start using steroids or other substances, and then it's unavoidable, it just takes a toll on your body.
Even if it doesn't matter if you use steroids or not. Any professional sport is not healthy for the body. As I said, we as a human beings are not made to do all these things that professional sports made us. This all the professional sports are created by people to entertain. They are not created to be healthy.
Yeah, as you said in previous discussions, even from your days when you were playing basketball, you got the injuries in your knees because of basketball.
Yes,
yeah.
Because if you want to become the best at certain sport, you need to push your body beyond its limits, and this is how you damage your body.
That was the easier question to answer, but let's talk about recreational bodybuilding. For example, people that don't compete but train 5-6 times a week, they want to look better, but they won't necessarily enter a competition.
It could be healthy in some way. It depends on the way you are training, because most of the people that do bodybuilding, they train for hypertrophy. But that's not exactly the way you should train if you want to be healthy. You need to do certain type of activities to maintain your body healthy. Not just to focus on growing your muscles and losing the fat.
What activities do you mean?
Let's say if you do 3 times a week bodybuilding workouts, you do some boxing, you do some running, hiking. This could be healthy. But there's a different side of bodybuilding, and it is the mental side.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it's not healthy, because you are getting focused on your look so much. It became the most important thing for you, and once you don't have it, you feel awful. You're getting depressed. The other thing is that in bodybuilding, compared to other sports, the dedication after the gym continues, because you need to get enough sleep. You need to focus on your diet. And let's say for the professional football and basketball players, they eat junk food. Even some of the top players, they don't care what they eat, because they are burning calories like crazy. They go clubbing, so they have almost normal life. But the bodybuilders, they don't have normal life. It affects also if you are very focused on it. It affects your social connections with other people, because let's say if you want to go to club, you can't, because
You gotta sleep.
you gotta sleep, you gotta follow your diet, and it's 24/7. And it also affects your mental health. If you do this for many years, you will just be, a close person, and other people won't understand you.
And that just when you close off so many connections, that just leads to loneliness at a point.
Yeah, but if you think it's worth it, then do it. That's what I think.
But then that means that you're professional then. For it to be worth it, you must be a professional.
Yeah, in my case, let's say I entered competitions and I didn't saw any benefit of it, and then I saw the opportunity of showing my body on social media, and I saw opportunity in it. So I wasn't competing anymore, but in some way I was training like professional. And to me, it was worth it.
You were a professional, just in a different field. You're not competing professionally, but you are a professional fitness model.
Yeah, yeah.
So that still classifies, in my mind, as a professional. But like a recreational user, like the guy that has 300 Instagram followers, has been training for 10 years, and he's just really closed off and doesn't have a lot of friends, doesn't go out, doesn't do anything besides just bodybuilding. And he doesn't even enter competitions. That's the unhealthy part that you mentioned.
I can only say from what I experienced, and before social media, I was still doing the same thing, because I was competing. I was going to competitions, so I needed a goal. And before social media, only competition could be a goal for me, or just to get a good-looking body for the summer. But you need to have a goal to stay motivated. But I think any sport, if you want to become good, it also limits your social contacts. If you want to be the best.
Of course, there's trade-offs. You can't be both.
And yeah, and this is my way was always like this.
Yeah, so you're naturally a bit more introverted and just suits your character better. So for some people that are also more introverted, it might be a good avenue to pursue. But for others, maybe it's not good to be that dedicated to the sport, and if they're not going to be professional.
Yeah, you need to be realistic. I think that some people are not so realistic, and they don't see if they have potential or not. If you don't make your potential in a couple of years, then maybe you need to do some other thing, not chase this thing and to be professional in it. This is especially for bodybuilders, because in bodybuilding, genetics, as I said, they play a big role. And if you don't have good genetics, you will never be Ronnie Coleman. So it's not realistic to chase this goal.
Yeah, I think it's actually the most important thing in bodybuilding, genetics.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have good genetics, you might have the best coach, the best diet, trained more than everyone else, and you're never going to reach a certain level.
Yeah, but actually some bodybuilders, they don't get it. They become delusional, I think.
When we're speaking of delusions, let's turn to the other side. That's the side of viewers, fans, people that actually consume the content that you create and other bodybuilders create. And as you just mentioned, they don't have this realistic expectation. They can't assess themselves well enough to understand if they have the genetics. But on the flip side, they see you looking perfect 24/7 on all the pictures, perfect in every video, and they see not only you, because I don't want to throw the blame on you, but you see everyone in social media being perfect 24/7. What do you think about this aspect of bodybuilding?
It's not just in bodybuilding, it's about social media, because in social media, everyone is rich, everyone is good looking. And in real life, it's not like this. Even this, I see people nowadays. They use some kind of filters, especially the girls, and they don't look like themselves anymore. So in some way, it's social media. It's not just bodybuilding. It affects people's minds. Um, they think, let's say, if you watch Instagram, you think that your life sucks, right? Because everyone is rich and good looking there
And happy.
and happy. Yeah, I think lately people starting to realize that this is so bullshit.
They do, and from the standpoint of me following you for all those years and being at the early stages of this aesthetic fitness plus social media, I can attest that it does affect with one's mindset, because at some point I'm ready for a photo shoot. I'm super lean, of course not the biggest, but back then I didn't know the role of genetics, and then I sit down and I look and I see just like a tiny bit of fat. I'm like, why isn't this going away? And I'm borderline unhealthy lean, because there is an unhealthy lean when you're doing this
Yeah.
naturally. So that's in my mind the way it affects people around the world. And
Well,
they don't
my goal
understand this.
wasn't that. Sorry if you accepted it like
No,
that.
no.
My goal was to inspire people, and I don't think you should compare yourself to other people, because to me, to cut it was very easy, because I'm sort of ectomorph, I think I'm in the middle of between meso and ectomorph. So to me, the hard part was to get the size, but the cutting was always the easy part, It wasn't so hard, but for some people, it's different, And I can say that the things I posted, I always meant. I never posted something that I don't mean on social media. So when you see me posting some pictures, yes, I took the best pictures and I posted them, but in the same way it's real. This is who I am. I was spending my life in the gym.
I wouldn't say that I took it the wrong way, and I don't think a lot of people took it the wrong way. I think you inspired millions of people to push really hard, to push to their limits, and they learned the lessons one way or another. Yes, there's people that took the shortcuts with the special supplements,
Yeah.
so to speak, but also a lot of people just learned perseverance, discipline, consistency, and these are qualities that can help you in other areas of your life. So I wouldn't say it's like that, and that you didn't achieve your goal, because there's also, yes, this transparency that you speak of. I think some of the people that have been following you for a long while, they can see it. They can see that you don't post every day. You don't post stories, hey guys, I'm with my whatever, all the time.
Well, this is not me. If
Yes.
you feel like you want to show your life, all your life like this, why not? But this is not me. You need to be you all the time. You need to be okay and fine with everything that you post, on social media.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That there hasn't been any faking. Like when you were injured, you
No.
didn't post, or you post really rarely, and you say,
No.
"Hey, I'm injured. I don't look
Yeah.
the same, but that's it."
When I was injured, I'm going to tell you that it was very hard to post my body like this. Because I in the same way I felt depressed, and I don't know. I just didn't have the strength to deal with all the negativity. Maybe. I don't know why. I was just depressed, and I didn't even care about social media. I wasn't looking at social media because I realized that it made me sad. Because I was seeing all the other people that are still working out. I even removed some of them. Sorry, that people that I know, but they are fit. They continue their careers. I unfollowed them or removed them. I don't know. I didn't want to see them because this made me very sad because I couldn't do it.
So it's not personal, it's just mindset.
No, it's not
wise.
personal. Yeah. I was feeling very sad. So
Okay, so let's turn to the following point, which is how can you make, as a recreational trainee, a bodybuilding and looking at all those Instagram accounts healthy for yourself? So what would your advice be to help people avoid some of the mistakes that you did and that you see other people do?
I think you shouldn't just focus on the way your body looks. You should focus also on the mobility, on other stuff. You need to do different activities, not just focus on the size of the muscle and the body fat percentage, because this is bodybuilding. It's proportions, muscle size, and body fat percentage. And if you want to be healthy, just don't be focused on these things.
So the message is broaden your physical culture. Try out different sports, different activities, work on athleticism.
Yes, if you don't want to become a professional in this thing, but if you like it and you think that this is the thing you want to do, then chase your dreams. But you're gonna lose a lot of stuff. But if you think it's gonna worth it, just do it, because this is what I did. So yeah.
There's a great quote. I don't remember exactly the person, but it pertains to a really famous either pianist or violinist.
Yeah.
That he's amazing. He's really good, and one of his colleagues that's also really good. One day came up to him and said, "Hey, I would give my life to be as good as you." And he just looked at him and said, "Well, I did give my life away to be as good as this."
Yeah. That's that's a good quote. But I want to tell you that when I was injured, and many people suggested, they said, "Oh, you did enough in in fitness, bodybuilding, whatever. You did enough. Find something else to do." Mm-hmm. And I started looking for other things to do with my life. I couldn't. There wasn't anything beyond bodybuilding. I realized that all the time. Before bodybuilding, it was basketball. I was living for this. And then after I stopped with basketball, I continue with bodybuilding. And this is the only things that I knew. So maybe many people are like this.
Yeah, they don't have anything else to...
Yeah, I suggest them to ask themselves and to put themselves in my place. If tomorrow you need to stop for many years or for your whole life with bodybuilding, how will you feel? If you feel depressed and everything, then you need to find something else in your life besides that you can rely on.
So just as an experiment, if they feel like this, you suggest them trying different sports, different hobbies?
Not just sports and hobbies, just find I don't know, make a family. You need to have something besides that to live for.
So basically not making bodybuilding your entire life.
Yeah.